Welcome back to the Bellevue Bruins Sports Network as we begin the men's portion of our women's and men's basketball doubleheader tonight as the home team Bellevue University Bruins takes on the visiting Mayville State University Comets. Mick Krupski and Jimmy Allen back with you for tonight's broadcast. The Bellevue Bruins come into tonight's game 6-4 overall on the season. The Mayville State Comets a better record at 8-3. The Comets on a 6-game winning streak. Jimmy, give me some of your first impressions of tonight's contest.
Yeah, and both these teams coming off a long layoff. It's going to be interesting to see who looks rusty, who doesn't. I mean, we've seen Lucas Gabriel stick to that, the platoon style, switching in and out, rotating 5 guys at a time. I'll be interested to see if they do that tonight with how long of a layoff they've had and how much they know they need to get their starters more reps to kind of get the rust off quicker sooner rather than later. When you look at the way this offense wants to run, they want to work inside, outside. That's something Lucas Gabriel has talked about. It starts with R.J. Smith in the middle, the junior from El Dorado Hills, California. He redshirted a year ago. He's new to this offense, but he's shooting 58% from the field. He's shooting 64% from the free throw line. Getting him to the charity stripe tonight is going to be an emphasis for this offense.
Bellevue played last Wednesday, a loss to Briar Cliff, 72-69 in Sioux City. The Comets coming off that 6-game winning streak. Their last victory against the University of Minnesota at Morris, 78-73. The Bruins averaging 73 points per game while allowing 62, so that's a plus 11 for the Bruins. For the Comets, they average 95 points per game and allow 77. That's a plus 18. The Comets have 6 double-digit scores on the season.
Something to keep an eye on. A guy that was a difference maker down the stretch for this team a year ago. Emar Vincent, the center out of Omaha North. We talked about working inside, outside. This is the first time all season we haven't seen him with a brace before the game. He's out there moving around pretty well. He was an absolute force inside for them and a key component to winning the conference a year ago. He looks good and really healthy. He's only averaging 2 minutes a game this season. Looks like we may see more of him tonight.
For the Bellevue Bruins, 3 double-digit scorers. T.J. Fritz leading the way with over 12 points per game. Willie Williams and Nigel Wilson over 10 points per game as well. The man who's the guy who puts the ball in the bucket for the Comets is Darren Jones.
Yeah, they've got 2 guys that are averaging, Darren Jones and John White Jr. are averaging over 15 points a game right now. You got to stop those 2 guys first and foremost. They want to play a transition. They run the floor as good as anybody in the country. Bellevue's got to do a good job clogging the passing lanes and be interfering with offensive sets tonight outside of the paint.
Darren Jones was last year's North Star Athletic Association first-team honoree. He was also honored as the newcomer of the year and also an All-American third-team nominee for his play last year. So look to him, look to John White, Justin Fisher, Trey Swayzer, Christian Butler, and London Williams, the other guys who are averaging in double digits on the season for Mayville State. The Bruins and the Comets, the opening weekend of the North Star Athletic Association conference season. At this point, both teams are 0-0 when it comes to advancing in conference play.
Yeah, both are playing really, really good basketball at the grinding part of the season. I mean, if you can win before conference play starts, feel better about going at it. We talked to Lucas Gabriel before the season about the 2-9 start a year ago and how they had to battle back, and it felt like every game was important, and you had to basically put all of your emotional effort into every single game. Played a little more relaxed this season. You've kind of seen that already out of the stretch from the Bruins.
Before the season started, the 6 head coaches for the North Star Athletic Association put together their projections, who was going to be the top team in the season in the league, and Dickinson State was voted the #1 team, Bellevue the #2 team, Jamestown the #3 team, Dakota State #4, Mayville State #5, and Valley City #6. Mayville State has played above expectations thus far this year with their current 8-3 record.
And Darren Jones is the reason for that, right? I mean, he's not the sole reason. Obviously, it's a team effort, but when you return a player of that caliber that got the notoriety he did a year ago, and he's arguably having a better season through 10 games to this part of the season, that's gonna raise some expectations around your program.
Lucas Gabriel, the head coach for the Bellevue Bruins, now in his 6th year at the helm of the program. Brandon Magruder, the head coach from Mayville State, he's in his 3rd year. Lucas Gabriel, Nate Geiser, the associate head coach for Bellevue, Aaron Havis, the assistant coach, along with Brandon Magruder from Mayville State. It's Ryan Rodriguez, Brody Anderson, and KJ Franklin.
Well, it's good news. The good news is if coaching basketball doesn't work out for Coach Gabriel's staff, they can all double as pit bosses in a casino movie somewhere with the outfits that they're wearing now. Suit game's on point for our guys this evening.
They're styling over there.
They are. I don't know if they lost a bet or something, or they just played out looking good and dressing for the job they wanted tonight.
All right, the starting lineups will be announced shortly by our PA announcer, Ray Quinn, Mick Krupski, and Jimmy Allen with you to bring you the broadcast as we start a fresh season here in North Star Athletic Association play.
Nobody sponsors our weather updates, but if you'd like to in your company that wants to, we'd love to hear from you. It's 25 degrees outside, snowing in Omaha.
Yeah, it's kind of an ugly day outside, so we're enjoying some crisp basketball inside. All right, let's turn it over to Ray. Thanks once again to Ray for the starting lineups for the Bruins. TJ Fritz, Nigel Wilson, Christian Carter, Raphael Allen, and Liam Thompson. For the Comets, Darren Jones, Justin Fisher, London Williams, Steven Garza, and J.J. White. Opening tip is in the air, controlled by the Comets. They'll have the opening possession. Jimmy, what do you look for early keys in tonight's matchup?
We kind of talked about it already, Darren Jones, and him going up against number 5, Nigel Wilson. You see him in the paint right now. That's the matchup to watch all game. Can Nigel Wilson do that right there, clog the passing lanes and keep points out of the paint, press everything outside of the elbow?
Good start for the Bruins as Wilson forces the turnover. Bellevue with its first offensive possession. Into the hands of Nigel on that low post. Kick out pass to TJ Fritz, the Bruins' leading scorer. He'll make the first shot, and he'll make the three-pointer to get the Bruins off to a great start.
Yeah, he's only shooting 32% from outside. That's almost 10% lower than the end of the season a year ago. He's going to want to get in rhythm and get some shots down early.
First Comet basket of the night comes off the hands of John White Jr., the senior out of Peoria, Arizona.
Yeah, Wilson versus Jones inside is going to be the matchup with inside the matchup all night long. They're going to be fighting for position down that paint, really set the tone for their offense on every single possession.
Here's Liam Thompson, bounce pass inside to Nigel Wilson, collapsing defense around him, opens up the shot for Willie Williams from the corner, just a little bit too strong. The rebound pulled down by London Williams. Comets quickly up the floor, head fake and drive. Shot no good. The foul's upcoming. That'll go against TJ Fritz on the drive to the basket by Justin Fisher.
Yeah, frustration there from Fritz and Carter. Both left their feet unnecessarily. Watch them not make that mistake for the rest of this game.
Justin Fisher, a 6'2 junior from Phoenix, Arizona, excuse me.
And it is the attitude of this team. He's the guy that's out there talking. He's their vocal leader, and they need him to make plays to help this team along the way outside of being a vocalized leader as well.
First free throw is good. Fisher averaging just under 13 points a game. First two subs for the Bruins. R.J. Smith comes in down low, and up top, J.J. Montgomery. R.J. out of El Dorado Hills, California. J.J. out of Hayward, California. Heavy California influence on the Bellevue basketball squad. 4-3, Comets on top in the early minutes of this first half.
Yeah, last possession, Bellevue not getting the ball inside the paint. That's something they want to do every single possession. Can't live outside without getting inside first. Here we go.
Into Smith. Collapsing defense. RJ, a little baby hook off the back of the rim. No good. Comets come away with it off the dribble by Justin Fisher. Fisher crossover drive. RJ helps out on defense. Shot. Couple of touches on the rim and down by Darren Jones, their leading scorer, just under 20 per game.
Paint touches and paint points are going to be what defines this game tonight.
Fritz off the mark, that one over the top of the backboard. Another rebound For the Comets, this time it's London Williams.
Whoever wins that battle will likely win this game. Bellevue already off on the wrong side of the foot in those categories.
Here's the driver on the corner by Fisher, tries to pass inside. TJ knocks it away momentarily, but then Darren Jones retrieves it for his second basket. Comets off to an 8-3 start after Bruins made the opening bucket.
We know the Bruins can score from just about everywhere, but can't have costly turnovers, and we got to make some baskets when you get opportunities.
A little too hot to handle on that pass from Fritz to Smith. 5 new bodies on the floor. We've got Raphael Alab, Caleb Chang, Deng Jal, and Matt Mathak.
Deng Jal's a guy that I'm really excited to see. Talking to Lucas Gabriel last week, he said that's the guy on this team that is further ahead than he was a year ago that people didn't really expect. Not saying that's a negative thing. He's just made some big strides.
Nice job on defense by the aforementioned Deng Jal. Second chance shot, no good. Ball cleared away by Raphael Allen.
And they've just seen a bigger improvement from an effort standpoint and a development of his body standpoint.
But again, the Bruins a turnover as that pass goes a little wry of its intended target. Already 2 turnovers against the Bruins in the first 2.5 minutes or so of the game. Again, looking inside to Jones. That pass too tall off his fingertips and out of bounds.
Yeah, Bellevue 2 turnovers, only 1 field goal made. Not a great combination. Got to find a way to get a basket here for Bellevue.
Checking in for the Comets comes Devin Griffin, a junior out of Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Just take a look at the benches right now. There's a ton of bodies on both these squads. Expect to see a lot of rotations from both sides. We see another Comet getting ready to check into the scorers table right now.
Here's Raphael Allen with the basketball. Now over to Nigel Wilson. Puts up a 3-point attempt off the back of the iron. Bruins not shooting well to start. 1 out of 5 from the floor.
Nigel Wilson, a 40% three-point shooter. Rare to see a big man take that shot, and then he gives up a foul at the other end.
Darren Jones with the basket. He'll also get a free throw. Jones at 6'8", the All-American, third-team All-American last year. He's easy to see with those neon green shoes, as if you miss his 6'8" frame.
I was going to say, and the 6'8" measurement doesn't hurt either.
Sub coming in for the guy. It's for the shooter. Eventually, we'll see Jeremiah Russell on the floor. And a friendly roll off the rim. And an 8-point lead for the Comets in the early going. Bruins made the opening basket, an 11-0 run for Mayville State.
Mayville State on an 11-0 run here also. I mean, Bellevue hits the first dagger of the game, and it's been all Comets ever since.
Off the kick basketball, Bellevue will retain possession. Backcourt pressure by the Comets. We saw some of that in the women's game as well. Bruins take 9 seconds to get it across the timeline. Yeah, now try to settle in the half-court offense.
Flirting with danger for a minute there. You got to try to get that.
Raphael Allen knocks down the three-pointer from right near the same spot that TJ Fritz hit his to start the game.
I was just about to say, you got to get it in your upperclassmen's hands. That's exactly what they do there.
Foul called on the drive to the basket. Let's see who it's going to go against.
It's going to go against Matt Mathak.
Yep, first personal. Already 3 team fouls against Bellevue, so 2 more free throws for the Comets here.
We talked about rust in the week and a half layoff for these 2 teams. Kind of seeing here, sloppy play from Bellevue out of the gate, uncharacteristic mistakes like that we don't usually see this team make.
Bellevue last played last Wednesday. Comets last played last Tuesday. First free throw up and in for London Williams. Checking in, Trey Swayzer for the first time tonight. He too of the shiny green shoes, not quite as bright as Jones.
Got about 4 guys over there with some pretty green sneakers on there now.
Considering that royal blue is the school color for Mayville State, not quite sure the connection, but maybe they got a good deal. Here's Nigel Wilson, top of the key. Caleb Chang trying to work off that screen. Here's Deng Jal, now Matt Mathak. Mathak tries to split the double team. We've got a whistle away from the basketball.
For the Comets' sakes, I hope Highlander gave him an NIL deal or something.
London Williams picks up his first personal foul. First foul against the Comets. Leomar Castillo into the game. So Brandon Magruder going up and down his bench in the early going.
Lucas Gabriel calling out to the referee on our near side here, up the side of the cart, saying we're getting pushed underneath the basket every single possession.
The women's game was an awful physical contest. Congrats to the Bellevue Bruin women. They defeated Mayville State, a top 25 team, in that opening game tonight. Off the mark with the shot. Mayville on the run. Down the floor, the shot up, no good. The tip, however, is good. Trey Swayzer.
Everything coming up Comets right now. Even when they're missing, they're getting the early tip backs. They're getting to the rim first. They're clogging the paint on defense. Comets, the early aggressors here.
Turnover against the Bruins. That goes in and out of the hands of Deng Jal on the run. Here's Swayzer again. Tough angle, but he makes it good. Lucas Gabriel wants a full timeout. Doesn't like the way this one has started for the home team Bruins. 17-6 our score with 15:28 remaining in the first half.
Something to keep an eye on there. Trey Swayzer had a little bit of a chirpy moment underneath the basket. He's got a warning from the officials saying you can't do that. He's been warned, so if we see a technical come his way, we know it's based off of a warning that he got earlier in the game. 17-6, the Comets lead right now, and they have had all things going their way. The momentum is swinging the North Dakota way.
If you'd like to be part of our broadcast, we invite you to send along a text message. Bellevue fans, you've had this number all season long. If you're from Mayville State listening in, join us as well. 402-515-7654. Mick Krupski and Jimmy Allen bringing you the broadcast. We've got our first couple of texts in the queue. Let's go Bruins from the Whale family in Las Vegas. That's the family of Bellevue volleyball player Morgan Whale. Congrats to the Bellevue. They were the NAIA National Championship runner-up, losing the championship match earlier this week to Indiana Wesleyan. Congrats to all those young ladies for a great season. Foul called on that entry pass to R.J. Smith.
Bad news if you're a Bruins fan. They shot 9 of 23 in their previous outing against Briarcliff. Right now they're just 2 of 7 from beyond the arc as well.
Jeremiah Russell picks up his first personal foul. With the basketball, J.J. Montgomery. Now T.J. Fritz looking inside. Liam Thompson at the wing. Liam drives, contact made. Continue it. They say traveling. One step too many for Liam.
Mayville doing a really good job just clogging up space with bodies right now inside. We talked about Bellevue wanting to play inside out, and Mayville is very aware of that. Right now they're just taking away the paint without even really doing much.
Darren Jones checks back in for the visitors from North Dakota.
Speaking of taking up space in the paint.
Jimmy battling through a head cold.
It's been a rough couple weeks. I can't kick it. Appreciate everybody dealing with me coughing tonight. Thank you.
Mayville back on the offensive end. Justin Fisher is going to be called for the traveling violation. So turnovers on each end of the floor. Bellevue trailing by 9 points in the early going. Trying to put something together in offense. 2 3-point baskets. Their lone scoring thus far. Raphael Allen and T.J. Fritz accomplishing that. Here's J.J. Montgomery with the basketball. Now Liam Thompson trying to look inside for Smith. He's drawing the attention of several defenders. Here's Fritz from the corner. T.J. with his second tray of the night.
Yeah, he's 2 for 3, and he's kind of finding a rhythm out there. Chris Carter with a great steal here and being able to get the Bruins back on offense.
Fisher didn't handle that well. Christian driving the lane. A blocking foul is going to be called. That'll send Christian to the free throw line for 2 shots.
His confidence this season is far and above where it was a year ago. He's a great leader, starting to show from a vocal standpoint and just his body language on the court much better than a year ago.
And speaking of Christian Carter, Team Carter, his family stuck in the hotel in Omaha due to the icy roads. No Ubers are available. Thanks for keeping us updated on the action. Let's go Bruins and number 11. Christian off the mark on his first free throw attempt. Yeah, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful.
Yeah,
icy
especially
conditions.
inside here because it's about 9,000 degrees inside of the Gordon Lozier Athletic Department.
The flames of hell escaping through the cracks in the floor. So, yeah, terrible weather conditions outside.
There are people here still wearing their coats, and I don't know how.
Second free throw is good by Christian. 7-point lead for the Comets against some light backcourt pressure. J.J. Montgomery trying to thwart the efforts of the point guard, Devin Griffin.
Good job by the junior out of Hayward, California, sticking with his guy there.
Off the balance shot, but right there to follow. Darren Jones got in good position when the Bruins tried to double team on the attacker. Here's R.J. Smith with the basketball. Bruins have had difficulty getting it into R.J. down low as the Comets defense.
T.J. Fritz is calling for this ball in the corner. He wants another shot at this.
Liam Thompson, a couple of moves inside, a little short on the shot. And it'll go out of bounds and be Mayville State basketball.
Yeah, R.J. Smith just kind of dove for that when he didn't need to. If he wouldn't have touched that ball, it would probably been back with Bellevue.
And a fresh quintet of players off the bench for the Bruins. Allen, Chang, Jal, Mathak, and Wilson. Bruins in their white uniforms with gold trim tonight. The visiting Comets in black uniforms with royal blue and white trim. Off the dribble, Williams passing underneath, shot offward. Jones trying to keep it alive, but out of the pack come the Bruins. Caleb Chang, a three-point attempt. That one's no good, and it'll stay Bellevue basketball as it goes out of bounds. Raphael doing a good job leading the controlled break to get it over there to Chang. Bruins will have 20 seconds on the shot clock on this possession.
Darren Jones hit it really hard on the opposite side here. Looking at his elbow, it's something to keep an eye on.
Allen will back it out to the top of the key. There's Chang trying to work off the high screen. Again, looking inside to Wilson, but hard to get it in there. That's going to be a traveling violation against Matt Mathak.
Yeah, he was expecting a body to be there. Was a little surprised when there wasn't one because Comets have done such a good job clogging the paint. He was kind of surprised that there wasn't anybody near him.
Comets defense start off on a single man on defense against the Bruin post players, but as soon as the ball heads their direction, he's double teamed or sometimes triple teamed. Here comes the shot on the drive by Swayzer. It's off the mark. Here comes Allen again on that control break. Nothing available, so the Bruins will set up.
Yeah, they haven't had a shot at a fast break really all game.
Bodies flying on the floor. Caleb Chang tries to go baseline. Nothing available there. He'll reset it for the Bruins. Shot clock down to 10. Raphael tries to penetrate. Instead, he'll pull up from distance. A little bit off the mark. No good. The rebound brought down by London Williams.
He's so good at creating offense, Raphael Allen is. They're good with him taking those shots. Create a little bit of space, doing it himself.
Matt Mathak trying to defend against London Williams. Williams going about three different directions at once with his body. He'll draw the free throws. Second personal against Matt Mathak. Fourth team foul against Bellevue. Mayville State has 3.
Raphael Allen hitting above 40% from the field now after the shots that he's made in this game. He's a guy that if you're not able to get it down the paint, you're perfectly fine with him trying to create outside of the elbow.
Mayville State, a 66% free throw shooting team on the season. That one is good. Emar Vincent, who you mentioned earlier on the floor for the first time tonight for the Bruins. Checking in for the Comets is John White Jr., one of the starters, and Caleb Roberts.
Yeah, it's good to see big number 50 out there, a guy who's so important to this team, the success that they had a year ago, and just had an injury-plagued career. To see him be able to get some playing time. Looks pretty healthy on that knee right now, too.
Timeout requested by Mayville State head coach Brandon Magruder. His team on top, 21-10 with 12:27 remaining in the first half.
I have a feeling Emar Vincent checking into this game is the exact result of that timeout. He knows the difference maker that 50 is inside, and I expect him to get a touch here, and I'm sure this Comets coaching staff does, too.
All right, good luck, Bruins. Play hard and get the win. That comes from Deborah, who is Nigel's mom, listening in down in Tucson, I assume. My wife and I visited Tucson last spring, a beautiful location down there in South Arizona.
Go ahead and rub that in while you're at it.
Sorry, yeah, it says it's icy and slick here. Just want to give a shout out to Comet mega fan Darren Ty for making the trip to the game despite the icy roads. And yeah, we were impressed. There were a ton of Comet fans here for the women's game as well.
The entire it looks like the entirety of the women's team still off to our right, but there's about 25-30 fans that just made the trek down here and that were here present for the women's game. Were very vocal in support of the Comets throughout that run.
All right, timeout in its final couple of seconds as we get ready to return to the action. Mick Krupski and Jimmy Allen. Jimmy, the voice of 1620's
After Hours
sports show. That was on the tip of my tongue. Couldn't quite get it. Thanks for saving me there. It's on 6 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday.
John Schreiner on right now is relieving me in duty right now, so I can be here with Mick Krupski, the legendary, with many fans from around the world.
There we go. Yeah, thanks to the Comet fan who came up, talked to us. We had some Bellevue fans come up in between games as well. It was nice to meet people listening on the other end of the Bellevue Sports Network.
We appreciate the text messages, but if you're ever in the building, feel free to come up to the Bird's Nest, say hi to us. We'd love it.
And bring us popcorn or a hot dog. Here's
Big
Caleb
fan of
Chang.
nachos.
Kick out pass. Raphael Allen shoots off the mark. Evar Vincent keeps it alive. Instead, it winds up in the hands of Darren Jones. Comets have a one-man advantage, a drive to the basket. Nigel Wilson there on defense, tipped to keep alive. Nigel has it go in and out of his hands once again, and it winds up in the hands of Steven Garza.
How about this lineup right now for Bellevue? Wilson, Vincent, and Jal all on the court. Big size advantage to Bellevue right now.
Drive to the basket. A nice soft touch off the glass by John White Jr. for the basket.
Got to assume that size is to try to negate that and take away those paint points. That's where the Comets have lived tonight and had a ton of success so far.
Vincent with the basketball over near the wing. Now out to Raphael Allen, top of the key. And there's going to be a foul called. The reach around there by John White Jr. is going to result in his second personal foul.
Emar Vincent's so physical setting those screens. Bellevue's got to be able to take advantage of that. He's out there either running to the rim or giving you enough space on that side. You got to find a way to get to the other side of the elbow there. Here, Raphael Allen. 14
fouls on each squad. Across the way to Jal, now to Vincent. Shot clock in single digits. Emar trying to muscle his way inside. The soft touch shot from about 6 feet away. It's good. Emar has his first basket of the night.
Yeah, you're down 11 right now if you're Bellevue. If you just chop away inside, start to wear on, take some of those legs away from the Comets later in this game, it's going to pay off dividends.
Kick out pass to Roberts. Now back to this near side to Williams, and that's going to be a traveling violation.
Oh.
And a technical foul. That's going to go against Emar as Williams continued on the path to the basket. Emar didn't like that very much. And
yeah, I think he stepped on his shoe and had something to say to him, too. And I think that's why not acceptable either way, but I think that's why Emar gave that shove there. Hey, it's conference play. These teams are very familiar with each other. They're going to see each other a couple times this year. It's going to get a little chippy, and there's probably going to be some vocalization that probably shouldn't make it onto this broadcast over the microphones.
We're a family group.
We sure are.
And it looks like John White Jr. will be the Comet who'll take the...
Lucas Gabriel noticeably upset by that mistake, and rightfully so. But I'll tell you this, the Comets have had a lot of success inside the paint, so might have been a little bit of a message that there's some frustration from the Bruins getting inside the paint as well.
Lucas Gabriel calls the timeout, second timeout for the Bruins, as they'll talk it over, try to figure out the strategy to get back into this one, trailing by 11 points, 23-12 with 10:40 remaining in the first half of action. The conference opener for both squads. Bellevue women 1-0 in conference, Mayville State 0-1. Bellevue women projected to be the fourth rated team in conference play. Bellevue
one right now,
the second. Yeah, 0-1, they're on the top.
Right now, John White Jr. just being able to get into the paint has really been the difference for these Comets. I mean, they've used their size inside, but their speed getting inside from outside the perimeter has really been the difference maker for this offense so far. He's got 4, but he's really opened up this offense for Mayville at this point.
Mayville shooting 53% from the floor, only 31 for the home team Bruins. 8 field goals made for Mayville, only 4 for the Bellevue Bruins. It's helped that 3 of those 4 have been from distance.
Yeah, right now Bellevue's just got to find a way to get back in rhythm. Emar Vincent going to go and grab a seat after that technical foul is assessed to him. He's clearly frustrated and maybe needs some popcorn as he heads out of the gym, actually. But clearly going to walk it off, frustration building up. But I think it's a lot of things, right? Obviously, we talked about his injury, his lack of playing time due to that injury, and finally getting back out there. Looks healthy tonight. Just can't make those mistakes.
He was a big contributor for the Bruins when he became available last year. Hopefully available again for the duration of this 24-25 season. First free throw made by John White Jr. Second one on its way. It is also good. So the Comets doubling up on the Bruins, 24-12 as we near the halfway point.
Yeah, John White Jr. just a 57% free throw shooter. So that part of his game obviously starting to improve. Makes 2 big ones there.
So the 2 free throws off the technical foul, and now the possession underneath.
Yeah, that's the conversation the officials are trying to have, is who had possession of the ball when the foul was assessed. That obviously stays with the Comets.
Triggered into this near side, but stepping on the sideline for the turnover against John White.
Good job by Bellevue there. Like, obviously, things can run off the rails really quickly. They kept their composure, played defense, spaced the floor. Raphael Allen just using his feet. Good Comets turn the ball over.
Bruins know there's still a long way to go, 30 minutes plus in tonight's contest. Nigel Wilson from distance. Nigel, the big man, knocks that one down. Nice soft shooting touch.
Yeah, his second three-point attempt of the night. And obviously, if Comets going to leave him out there, he's going to take those open looks.
The 6'9 junior out of Tucson. Comets back on the attack. Here's White. Now the give to Jones. Spin move, just I'm just impressed. Darren Jones, he can just stop and turn on a dime.
Yeah, R.J. Smith, the guy that redshirted a year ago, still kind of getting caught up to this speed and this level of NIA basketball. He's got to be able to keep his feet set, not give up one side of the hoop.
Tipped away. Caleb able to save it. Hustle play there by the Comets. Roberts. Down low to R.J. Smith. R.J. again draw the double team after the entry pass. Loses the handle of basketball. Goes out of bounds, but saved. Bruins shot clock down to 2.
A shove?
And the officials go. I think the officials say Comets had possession, so the shot clock should be reset. Now he's explaining that to Brandon Magruder. And yes, the shot clock is reset to full, 27 seconds, as it should have been reset to 30 after that saving play underneath. And again, newcomers on the floor for the Bruins.
Kind of surprised they let Bellevue sub there. It was an official stoppage, not an actual game stoppage.
Yep. Carter trying to drive around. Nothing available there. Pass inside to Liam Thompson. Now to Emar Vincent, back into the game. Bruins working the ball around the perimeter again. Again, shot clock in single digits. Here's Emar working ahead, and that's going to be a blocking foul. That'll go against Darren Jones. Emar working his way down the right side of the lane. Wouldn't want to stand in front of him.
Yeah, that's Jones's first personal, but clearly a big size advantage in Emar Vincent's advantage. So we'll see if that's something to keep an eye on, if he can kind of keep in front of him without picking up those fouls.
They say the foul occurred before the shot attempt.
Yeah, I thought clearly.
And Jones continuing to say that he was inside the designated area down low. Liam Thompson, his shot a little high off the glass. TJ Fritz gets it on the long rebound. TJ launches. TJ connects. His third triple of the night. Timeout called by Mayville State.
He's 3 for 4 now, and he's already got 109 points on the season before walking in here. Make it 118 for the Manhattan, Kansas native. He could shoot it from everywhere in the building, and there's that likelihood of that's going to go in no matter where he's releasing from. You got to put a body on him if you're Mayville.
You mentioned he was a little bit lower this percentage of three-point this year than last year, but man, he's a guy that can just catch fire at any time.
Yeah, 43% on the season a year ago, just 32.8% walking into this game. That number already going up 3 or 4 on the night.
Fritz with 9 points leading the way for the Bruins. Jones with 11, the top scorer for Mayville State. Again, we'll give you that text message number. If you want to join us, let us know who you are, where you are, words you want us to pass along. 402-515-7654. Let's go Bruins. Liam's grandparents are cheering from Scottsdale. Glad you guys are with us once again. We had a nice visit a couple weeks ago when they were up here.
Darren Jones just ran over to the other side of the court and had some words for the Bellevue bench. So, you think this game matter? It doesn't matter. It matters the guys out of that court right now.
Just a little bit of jawing going on. Here's Mayville State
Friendly
back to work.
competition.
Yeah, there we go. Friendly conversations and friendly competitions. Inside the lane. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay Mayville possession. London Williams looked like he changed his pivot foot about 3 times in the lane there, but
yeah,
Mayville State keeps possession.
Emar Vincent looked like he kind of karate chopped him in the head on the way in, too. So, official swallowing the whistle a little bit here.
Jeremiah Russell checks in, trying to work a screen.
Justin Fisher got away with one. He just stepped on the out-of-bounds line over there. Lucas Gabriel wants an explanation why that didn't get whistled.
Emar Vincent going straight up and down, but continuing with his drive to the basket. Trey Swayzer for the bucket. Swayzer now with 6 points for the Comets, 29-18. Bruins trying to get back within single digits to cut down the lead. We've got 8.5 before halftime.
Yeah, they're trying to get a pin down to Liam Thompson, right? This is what they're trying to get in this offensive set. Kind of surprised he didn't shoot that.
Drive in the lane. Now the kick out pass. Back down to Liam. Liam against a double team, works his way through. A power move by Liam Thompson to score his first basket.
They were trying to run a set to the offside for him. He never ran over there. Lucas Gabriel was yelling for him to get over there. He never went to the opposite side of the court.
Thompson's going to have to be a scorer tonight if the Comets are going to focus with double and triple teams on the post players. That one out of bounds. It'll stay Mayville possession.
And listen, he doesn't take a whole lot of shots from away from the basket. Liam Thompson's shooting 75% from the field on the season. So, I mean, if he's hitting at that high rate, you got to ask him to give you a little bit more this season. He's only got 59 points on the year, but if you're hitting at that rate, you got to take those shots.
Leomar Castillo checks in the name for the Comets. Christian Carter with the rejection on the shot inside. Shot clock continues to run down to single digits. Again, into the lane are the Comets, passing there. Bruins on defense. Vincent goes up and then pulls down the defensive rebound after the miss by Jeremiah Russell.
Emar Vincent's already hit his season high for minutes played at this point in this game. That's a good sign if you're a Bruins fan.
Again, inside to Vincent. Again, drawing the double team. That opens up Liam Thompson. Nice assist from Emar. Liam with the second bucket.
That's what they were trying to set up on that last possession. They found something on that backside of the court that they really like with Liam Thompson in that matchup. They're going to go back to that again in this next set.
Bruins pull within 7. Jump shot from near the free throw line. That's off the mark on the miss by Fisher. Bruins with the board.
Let's see how Mayville responds here. They're running pin downs in the corner, but that right side of that elbow still open. They can go back to this if they want, if Bellevue has an opening here.
Again, inside to Emar. He'll draw that attention. Kick out pass. Montgomery with a nice head fake over to Christian Carter. Corner. Christian Carter with a tray, and then some words for the bench across the way. And a turnover against the Comets. The entry pass, whatever guy was doing that, was on the line when he passed it in.
I don't think it was on the line. I think it was completely in the field, in the court of play.
So the turnover gives the Bruins a chance to get even closer, trailing 29-25.
Bellevue cut this to 4 quickly, and they've done it by getting inside the paint. We'll see they set up something down low again here.
TJ Fritz. Oh, it won't go down. Emar Vincent there for the putback. Gets blocked underneath. Once a foul called as he had a couple of Comet guys keeping him away. Here's TJ. Left side, shot up off the glass and in. Nice soft touch by TJ as he winds up on the seat of his pants. The Bruins are within 2.
He doesn't do that very often, but the Comets collapsed the whole right side of the paint, and TJ just took it in. Easy basket.
Fisher, drive right side, no good. Jones goes flying, may have got a shove.
I don't know about that. Is that against Liam Thompson?
Liam will pick up his first personal foul. Don't know if it was an actual shove or a little bit of acting as Jones went flying. Still no free throws here. We've got fresh bodies on the floor.
I think Jones deserves to at least be considered for the academy after that performance, because Liam Thompson wasn't anywhere near the vicinity.
Again, bodies muscling against each other down low.
Yeah, Jones has had success against R.J. Smith, who comes in for Emar Vincent at this point. We'll see if they go to him here.
Justin Fisher, the drive in the lane. Nice job by Nigel Wilson to keep him away, but a great drive down the right side by Trey Swayzer. He's been the unsung hero with 8 points tonight.
Yeah, his speed has been a difference maker for these Comets so far. Scary moment there. He barely missed those auxiliary bleachers on the shallow side there. It's always scary when somebody falls around that area.
It'll be nice at the new facility, a little bit more room on the playing floor without having to crash into hard objects like bleachers. Here's Deng Zhao, 3-point look. Deng, a nice snap of the wrist for his first basket of the night.
Yeah, just his 20th point of the season, too. A guy that works hard on the other side of the floor. It's really nice to see him get a shot up there and make one in a key moment in this game. Bellevue cuts it to 1, the shortest distance that they've had really since the second minute.
Fadeaway jump shot by Swayzer. That's no good. R.J. Smith clears the board, and the Bruins a chance to take their first lead of the night outside of the opening minute where they scored the first basket, but then gave up 11 consecutive. R.J. Smith with the save of the basketball, top of the key. Caleb Chang comes around to reset the Bruins offense. Shot clock halfway through. You can hear the Bruins bench counting down the seconds once it gets below about 15. And Caleb spun off his pivot foot for the traveling violation. Both teams with 7 turnovers thus far tonight.
The Comets coaching staff can't love these defensive sets right here. Bellevue's really pulling all four defenders to the left side of the court and just having free runners to the right side. They're just not really, they're just taking contested shots that are running over to that side. They can't love that. They got to get that fixed if you're Mayville.
Caleb Roberts back on the floor.
And exploited if you're Bellevue.
So a 1-point game with, at one point, was a double-digit lead for the visitors from Mayville. Here's Swayzer.
Hey, it really looks like Mayville's really struggled with the personnel out there, kind of keeping track of who's on the court with how often Bellevue's switching in and out.
Loft pass inside to Jones, working against the double team. Nigel Wilson with the block. And there's a foul going to be called against Darren Jones, trying to avoid contact with Raphael Allen. I think Raphael was trying to take advantage of that.
I don't know what else Darren Jones could have done there. That's a little suspect of a call, but Bellevue will take it.
Second personal against the leading scorer, Darren Jones. Bellevue with the basketball. Down by 1, 4.5 thereabouts remaining before our halftime break. The Bruins showing some signs of life.
See if Bellevue's able to collapse this right side here. Now Comets going into a 3-2 zone to kind of fix that issue I was talking about. But still, that right side wide open. RJ Smith could have pivoted out to his right there and had a free look at the basket.
Nigel. Deng. Caleb. Shot clock down to 4. Here's Raphael Allen dribbling through the entire Comet team. Loses the handle. There'll be the 30-second shot clock violation as the Bruins don't get a shot off.
I think somebody needs to tell the Bellevue bench they all have to count in unison so it makes sense what they're actually saying.
Need counting practice next week.
There you go.
All right, 4 minutes to go before halftime. Mayville with the basketball. Driving around is Steven Garza. Now the give to Caleb Roberts. Bruins trying to keep traffic out of the middle. Drive against the trio. Bruins, contact made. Not sure if RJ or Nigel will get called for this one. Nigel Wilson will pick up his second personal foul. That's the 7th team foul for the Bruins, so we'll be having 1-and-1 free throws.
London Williams kind of took one up high, but he also landed awkwardly. Good to see him pop up as quickly as he did.
London Williams at the free throw line. Cambridge, Minnesota, his hometown. Williams averaging just over 10 points per game.
75% free throw shooter, too. You kind of see why there. Free-flowing motion right through the net.
5 points thus far tonight, so halfway to that 10-point per game average. Little uniform adjustment. Now he's ready to go. Comets up by 2. Comets still up by 2. Tough rebound inside for Raphael Allen.
Yeah, he's got 4 rebounds. He's just been in the right place, right time. All on the defensive side of the ball.
RJ Smith inside to Nigel Wilson. The 2 post players in there at the same time. A rugby scrum and a timeout called by Mayville State. Good hustle on the play by number 1, Darren Jones, to get control of the basketball and then request the timeout.
Bellevue has found that hole in that zone so many times. They just keep losing control of the basketball underneath and not able to capitalize.
Well, it's an interesting defense being played by Mayville State. It's kind of a combination man-to-man and zone, so it's just a little bit of a trade-off depending upon the situation.
And I don't know if it's the lack of flow to the left side is because of Bellevue's constant rotation, who they have coming in, coming out, and people don't know where they're supposed to be, who they're supposed to have. Well, that's by design. If that's by design, I mean, it's working, but it's a little confusing, so I'm not sure how.
A couple of more texts in the queue. Big Mayville State fan. Love this team. Dalton Kleinschmidt.
Thanks for listening.
Let's go Comets from Caleb Roberts' family listening in Austin, Texas. There's another warm weather spot. Let's go JJ from Mom and Dad out in Hayward, California. Glad you guys are with us once again.
And he's in the game now. It's JJ Hayward. JJ Montgomery, excuse me, is a guy that this coaching staff is really high on and have been really impressed with the production they've gotten from him in early minutes this season. He's averaging he's shooting 46% from the field. He's also grabbed 16 key rebounds this season.
Pace of the game slowing down just a little bit. Baseline drive, nothing available there. Out to Garza. His shot off the mark. Christian Carter with the rebound. Christian coming into the game, the Bruins leading rebounder with 4 rebounds per game. No one person does the yeoman's work as rebounding, as it's a team effort grabbing those missed shots. Here's Thompson down low, out to the top.
Christian Carter's this team's Swiss Army knife, though. I mean, he can shoot it, he can rebound it, he can get you assists. I mean, he's a constant 5-5-5 guy. I mean, and any coach in the country would take that.
Liam Thompson has his shot blocked inside by Jones. Comets trying to push the floor, nothing available, so they'll set up in the half.
Liam Thompson here on Darren Jones, not really the matchup you want underneath if you're Bellevue.
Into Jones, an off-balance shot as he falls to the floor. Thompson with the board. The Bruins a chance to tie or take the lead with the 3. Emar back into the game, working inside against Jones. Kick out pass to Fritz. Now back. Those 2 guys playing a little catch. Emar, tough work inside. That's how he uses his physique to get that look inside. We're tied at 32.
He kind of hesitated early in that set. You have to wonder how much that personal foul is weighing on his mind. Being cautious, not a little bit overzealous, and letting the offense come to you. Great patience there by Emar Vincent.
John White Jr. with the basketball, trying to work around Montgomery. Knocked away, TJ Fritz into the hand of Christian Carter's. Bruins on the 3-on-2 break. Christian to the hole. Tough shot underneath, tipped out to the Comets. Here's Garza on the run. Emar Vincent denies him an easy basket inside.
Yeah, kind of surprised Garza didn't just throw it up for Jones. He had to look at the rim.
Settling back up are the Comets again across the way. Brandon Magruder shouting out directions to his team. Downloaded Jones. Bullet pass across the way. Three-point shot on its way by London Williams, but it's no good. Carter with another board for the Bruins.
And a blink of an eye, Bellevue's got a chance to take a lead here for the first time for the first 30 seconds of this game.
It's been about a 2.5-minute scoring drought for Mayville State. That's helped the Bruins catch up on this one. Mayville State only one of their last 9 from the floor.
If anybody's wondering how hot it is in here, look at Liam Thompson. He's just pouring sweat off his head right now. It's got to be upwards of 80 degrees in this gym right now.
Again, a rugby scrum for the basketball. It's like a fumble on a football field where you got everybody diving for it, and hopefully nobody's punching or kicking or biting down there. Possession arrow points to the Bellevue Bruins. Shot clock remains at 7. Jeremiah Russell back in for Mayville State.
Kind of seeing the fatigue on Emar Vincent right now. Again, just averaging 2 minutes per game this season due to the knee injury, and he's exerting a ton of energy here in this one early. There's been a lot of physicality down low.
It's a different situation when you're running laps at practice than it is to competing hard on the floor. Foul called against Jeremiah Russell. That's his second personal. 7 team fouls now against Mayville State. So the Bruins and Emar Vincent will have the 1-and-1.
Emar has not attempted a free throw shot all season. This will be his first one of the year.
Won't go down. Knocked from behind. Liam Thompson doing the work to tip it out of the hands of London Williams, and the Bruins will get the basketball back with 47 seconds remaining before halftime. Here's Carter.
Well, I said number 20 for the Comets touched it last. There's a problem with that because there's not a number 20 on the roster.
Oops. Here's Christian Carter, fade away, no good. Battle for the rebound. Emar Vincent is there, and Emar will head back to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Yeah, and right now, Bruins just playing bully ball inside, giving the ball to number 50. Let him take care of all the dirty work down low, and he's going to the free throw line again. Another big gasp from him, though.
The dynamic of the game really changed when Emar came in, and I don't want to say threw his weight around, but he just made his presence known. That's a better way of saying it. Big-bodied guy. First one up and good. Emar now with 5 points thus far.
Such a key cog to the success a year ago, and you see why. I mean, he's just a difference maker when he comes in the game. You don't see a body type like his at this level very often.
Free throw off the mark. The rebound to Russell, and the Comets head the other way. About a 5 or 6 second difference between the game clock and shot clock, so the Comets will run some time here.
Kind of surprised to see Darren Jones come off the floor in this situation. I mean, you need a basket. He's the guy that's been able to do it for you.
Forcing his way inside, London Williams with the basket. 12 seconds remaining. Bruins will hold for the final shot. Comets up by 1 point. 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Liam Thompson, little baby hook, up and in. Liam Thompson with the buzzer beater, and the Bruins go into halftime with a 35-34 lead over the visiting Mayville State University Comets.
A little bit of confusion there by the Comets heading to the wrong locker room to go to this halftime, but that play at the end of the half there was drawn up for TJ Fritz. Couldn't find him open in the corner, but they get it to Liam Thompson. Great basket at the rim. He's having a great game so far. He's got 6 points for the Bruins. He's also grabbed a key rebound and played great defensively.
But it looked like in the early going, Mayville State was going to run away with this one. They got off to a quick double-digit start, but the Bellevue Bruins found some things that worked, got back into it, and take a 1 point lead into the halftime break. Bellevue shooting 46%. Mayville State 44%. Bellevue has made 7 3-pointers. Mayville State 0 for 2 from three-point land as they've tried to get the ball to the hoop on almost every possession.
Yeah, TJ Fritz hitting 4 of 6 from the field with 3 of 5 from 3 is really the spark that kept Bellevue in this. He was the spark plug offensively, kept them believing that they can get back in this. Seymour Vincent being added to the equation. He's already over his season mark for minutes and points of the season. He's played 9 minutes, 5 points, but has been the difference defensively.
Mayville State doing well at the free throw line, 10 out of 11. Bellevue only 2 out of 5 thus far. The turnovers relatively even, 8 against Bellevue, 9 against Mayville State. And the rebounding also very even. Bellevue with 16, Mayville State with 17. Darren Jones leading the way for the Comets. He's got 11 points. Trey Swayzer has 8. London Williams with 7. J.J. White with 6. 2 points for Justin Fisher. So 5 players scoring for the Comets. For the Bellevue Bruins, TJ Fritz in double digits with 11. Liam Thompson with 6. Seymour Vincent with 5. Christian Carter has 4. Nigel Wilson, Raphael Allen, and Deng Jal have 3 points apiece.
Fisher and Williams from Mayville State have done such a good job playing outside in, using their athleticism on the edge to get into the paint and create within, despite Bellevue's bigs being in the game. That's something they're going to have to take advantage of the second half. Bellevue's got to find a way. Maybe get Caleb Chang out there a little more frequently to kind of neutralize that situation.
A couple of more texts in the queue. Let's get to those before we take our halftime break. All the way from Austin, Texas. Mariah supporting my little brother, Caleb Roberts, number 5 on Mayville. Sending much love. Mariah, thanks for joining us tonight on the Bellevue Bruins Sports Network. Cheering on Steven Garza from your boy from Madtown. Madtown, I'm assuming Madison, Wisconsin? Yeah, we'll go with that.
That seems believable. You talked me into it.
All right, keep working hard, Bruins. That's from the Geisers. That's the family of associate head coach Nate Geiser. They're always with us. Thanks again for joining us tonight from this icy night in eastern Nebraska.
Yeah, anybody that's joining us thinking about going out and driving lately, accidents all throughout the Omaha area, please be careful, drive safely. You don't need to speed. It's incredibly icy, and snow is expected to be here in the next couple hours as well.
You'll get there. You'll just take a little more time to do get there.
And you'll be happy you did.
All right, we're going to take our halftime break. We'll be back in about 7 or 8 minutes with more exciting men's basketball action. Keep it right here on the Bellevue Bruins Sports Network. Welcome back to the Bellevue Bruins Sports Network. We are finishing up our halftime break with our score. The home team Bruins 35, the visiting Comets of Mayville State 34. The Bruins trailed for much of the first half, but a nice run toward the last 7 or 8 minutes of the half give the Bruins a 1-point lead. Let's finish up with a couple more texts in the queue here. Go JJ from Auntie Judy listening in Turlock, California. That's J.J. Montgomery. The Bruins have J.J. Montgomery, they have R.J. Smith, and they have T.J. Fritz. So a lot of initials on the Bruins roster this year. Big love for my baby brother K.J. from Big Sis Lele. Love you, boy. Number 5, let's work Comets. That would be Caleb Roberts for Mayville State. And one more here. Hey, JJ, it's your cousin Jeremy. Good luck tonight, stud. Let's go Bruins from Turlock, California. So the J.J. Montgomery fan club is with us tonight. We appreciate you guys listening in. Mick Krupski and Jimmy Allen on the Bellevue Bruins Sports Network.
Absolutely. It's been a fun first half of action and got a great second half. If the second half's anything like the first half, this is going to be a ton of fun to watch. A lot of physicality, a lot of good quality basketball.
And we're just about ready to get going with that one. And take a quick look at the rest of the December schedule for the Bellevue basketball squad after tonight's game against Mayville State. Tomorrow afternoon, the Bellevue Bruins are right back at it. A 5 o'clock tip-off against Valley City State in the second matchup in the North Star Athletic Association. December 18th, the Bruins host Waldorf University, former members of the North Star. On December 29th and 30th, the Bruins will host the Fairfield Inn and Suites Basketball Classic. The Bruins will play Haskell on December 29th and Morningside on December 30th. So a lot of basketball still to play in this month of Christmas and holiday season.
Yeah, and Bellevue got off to a 2-9 start a year ago and was able to win the North Star. And this season obviously off to a much better start. Off to a 6-4 start. Great start here tonight. You got to feel a lot better about where this team is in December this year than you did a year ago.
Final instructions from both coaching staffs as the teams head back out on the floor for the second half of action. Again, congratulations to the Bellevue women's basketball team. They won their matchup against Mayville State earlier today by a score of 77-58 against the top 25 Mayville State team.
And looked dominant, and that's such a great look. Obviously, you're hoping Kaylee Denker back later in the season. She's going to be a big piece. The fact that you could do that without one of your top scorers and one of your leaders on your team, really impressive tonight.
And congratulations to 2 Bellevue University fall sport teams. The Bellevue men's soccer squad finished in the national tournament round of 8 before finally losing in that one. And the Bellevue women's volleyball squad, the NAIA National Championship runner-up.
And are back early enough to work the door tonight.
And here we go with the second half action. Here's Garza working around the key. Christian Carter on defense. We've got a Comet on the floor. Looks like Jones is hobbling badly.
Yeah, Nigel Wilson just stepped in on him and rolled his ankle while he did it.
Play continues. John White on the drive to the basketball. Too much spin off the board. The Bruins with the rebound and their first offensive effort of this second half.
And Jones is wincing pretty hard at that ankle right now.
And a grimace on his face as well, so he will probably come out pretty quickly.
Yeah, he's struggling right now. That is not good news for your Comets fan. He cannot get to his right side right now.
Let's see if the Bruins take advantage. T.J. Fritz, three-point attempt. T.J. nothing but net. That's his 4th three-pointer. And now timeout called as the loose basketball on the floor. I'm surprised that Brandon Magruder is not getting somebody in for Jones.
Yeah,
Jones over near the bench. Now he's going to untie his shoe as play goes on.
He's still noticeably wincing. He's literally taking himself out of the play right now over in the corner.
Top of the key, now to this near side, the drive by Fisher. He jump stop near the free throw line, tries to go underneath. Shot no good, kept alive, however, by Steven Garza. Second chance opportunity for, they didn't hit the rim, so the shot clock continues, and it'll be a 30-second shot clock violation. Great job by Raphael Allen to flash ahead on the shooter and make that shot come too late.
Yeah, he just spaced out, paced it out to the side, made sure that they got the ball away from the strong side of the offense.
Emar Vincent checks back in for the Bruins, and again, it's Darren Jones staying in the game despite that ankle injury. Hoping to play through it, I guess, but it's not going to get any better by playing.
It seems like it's affecting him less as time's kind of gone on here, but he was noticeably limping.
Emar working inside against Jones. A spin move. And the shot up and in. Emar Vinson with 7 points tonight. Bruins extend their lead to 6 points as almost 2 minutes have gone by in this second half of action. Williams on the drive, the give behind for Garza. Garza against Fritz. Emar tries to come to help out. May have got that hand in there enough to alter the shot. Emar running the break.
Yeah, Jones goes down again to the floor. So, I mean, you kind of see him just trying to put pressure on the right leg there. It is clearly not 100%.
Into Vinson, trying to work again. Emar will kick it back out. The Bruins into single digits on the shot clock. Need to work with a little bit of expedience here. Fritz around the screen by Vincent. TJ short on that one. Emar tries to keep it in bounds. Instead goes to Jones. Here come the Comets. They don't have numbers. Kick out to Garza. They'll reset into the hands of Justin Fisher. Driving down the left side. Nothing available there. Over to Williams. He'll be called for the traveling violation. That pivot foot slid.
Yeah, Fisher got away with one too. He kind of jump stopped and then gave up on his right foot. Probably should have been a turnover early, but Bellevue gets bailed out anyway.
11 turnovers now against the Comets to 8 for the Bruins. Bruins' largest lead of the night, 6 points. They led early by 3. They led at halftime by 1.
Yeah, Lucas Gabriel would love to capitalize on this. I mean, they were down by 11 at one point in the first half. In fact, they've been able to battle back out of this. They'd love to kind of keep the foot on the gas here.
And that's going to be a traveling violation against Leon Thompson as he tried to work in the middle of the lane.
Yeah, it's running way too many bodies down low there. Emar Vince taking up a lot of space on his own right.
Bruins shooting 48% on the game. Here's Jones. Didn't quite get the elevation I think he normally would. Winds up short on the shot.
Yeah, that's 3 possessions in a row where he's kind of stood at the top of the key on the left side of it. Really opened up the paint. I don't know if that's by design or that's due to that ankle.
He's such a valuable commodity, though, for the Comets. He continues to stay in the game and play to his best of his ability. Emar to Liam. J.J. Montgomery comes to the rescue. Shot off the back of the rim. No good. Jones with the rebound.
Yeah, Emar with a good job there. He wanted to try to go and grab that rebound, but would have been an over the back. Chose to pull off.
Nice drive to the basket by Justin Fisher for the basket. Fisher with 4 points on the night. That's his first basket to go along with 2 free throws made in the first half. Here's Montgomery over near the Bruin bench. Again, trying to look inside. Nothing available there, so we'll go back to the top of the key to TJ Fritz. Fritz wants the screen from Vincent. He'll work off of that. Gets into the lane against 3 players. The shot is up. The shot is in.
He's had a ton of success from everywhere tonight, but he's had really good success getting downhill and drawing the foul in those type of plays.
But they'll say that's an offensive foul against TJ.
Which is kind of why he was going back to that, was so aggressive there, is he's got away with it twice already tonight.
Second personal against TJ as a fresh 5-some back in for the Bruins. Raphael Allen guarding the point guard, Justin Fisher. Wilson, Smith, Chang, and Jal back in for the Bruins. Shot off the mark. Fingertip rebound by Raphael Allen.
Good job by Caleb Chang there. Just getting his hand up and in the way and then affecting that shot. Not doing too much. Never left his feet. Was smart and didn't hesitate.
Third year in the program for Raphael. He played 2 years ago, then redshirted last year. Now back on the floor for the Bruins. Shot clock in single digits. Here's R.J. Smith. Cross to Deng Jal. Quick pass inside to Nigel. To RJ, great work by the Bruin post players. Wilson to Smith.
Yeah, Derek Jones just throws up his hands. Not much you can do about that. Great work there, inside out by the Bruins.
Bruins got off to a slow start tonight, but are playing much better outside the opening 8 to 10 minutes. Drive inside the lane, kick out pass to London Williams. He'll drive in the lane. Deng Jal with the defensive play, going straight up to alter the shot.
He gets a great response from the student section over there on the west side of the building.
Raphael Allen down the lane for the bucket.
Oh, and actually caught an elbow to the eye there by Jones. Didn't mean to, was just backing out. Lucas Gabriel is loving what he's seeing out of his offense right now.
Bruins up by 8. Pull-up jump shot, that's no good, off the heel of the rim on the miss by Fisher.
Yeah, I think he wants them to see him speed it up and go faster, but no, he's going to slow it down. Okay, it kind of feels like when you get a turnover in football, throw it deep on first down here. Big time momentum swing could possibly be exactly what the Bruins need to put this thing away here, even with 14 minutes left to go.
Here's Caleb Chang's three-point attempt off the side of the rim, no good. Jones with the rebound.
8 points, largest lead of the night for the Bruins. But nice to see to get to double digits there with over 13 left on the clock.
Spin move inside. The shot kicks off the back of the rim on the miss by Fisher. And the Bruins come the other way, trying to get to a double-digit lead if they can. Here's Nigel Wilson with the basketball. Bounce pass to R.J. Smith, and across the hand that goes Justin Fisher. He'll draw the foul. Just the first team foul against the Comets in this second half. First personal as well against Fisher. Back in comes Trey Swayzer, Steven Garza, and Devin Griffin.
Yeah, and Swayzer's been a difference maker for them. He's been the guy that's been able to penetrate through the paint kind of with ease at this point. We'll see if Bellevue can neutralize that.
Here's R.J. Smith. Now Nigel Wilson, quick release shot, rolls all the way around the rim, but not through. Coming up the ball, Griffin. Across the way, the drive by Swayzer, rejected by Nigel Wilson.
Great anticipation there by Nigel. Just drops down into drop coverage, lets the ball come to him, and just knocks it into the next county, really.
Add another swat to the record of block shots by Nigel Wilson.
Yeah,
21st block of the season. There's the drive. Nothing available there, so the give to Swayzer. Bounce pass inside to Garza. Nice job of cutting to the basket by Steven Garza, and Trey Swayzer finding him.
Yeah, Swayzer's just really been able to kind of knife through this Bruins defense all night. They've got a way to find a way to keep him out of the paint.
Not a ton of assists for the Comets tonight. Only 5 assists to 11 for the Bruins, so most of their scoring has been on individual effort rather than assists from teammates. Nigel, 4-3. Off the mark, no good. The rebound brought down by John White Jr. He's going to try to go coast to coast, and he'll knock it off the glass and in. Back-to-back baskets for the Comets have pulled them to within 4 points as Bellevue head coach Lucas Gabriel calls a timeout. 12:41 remaining in the game. It's the Bellevue Bruins 44 and the Mayville State Comets 40.
Yeah, and Emar Vincent coming back into the game here. That's a direct response to the success that these smaller guards have had getting inside the paint. They need a bigger body presence there to force these shooters outside.
Bruins still holding a lead in shooting percentage, 46% to 38% for Mayville. Bellevue has made 17 baskets to 15 for the Comets. Bellevue only 2 free throws in 5 attempts. Comets with 10 out of 11, so that's helped keep them in the game.
Yeah, Bellevue right now just slowing down a little bit here. They've been trying to kind of facilitate the ball inside, and they just haven't really gotten it inside to Nigel Wilson. I think that's why another reason why you see Mark Vincent coming in here, see if his big body down low can kind of take up a little bit more space, give you more success inside that cylinder.
One final time, we'll give out that text message number if you would like to send along your greetings tonight, 402-515-7654. Mick Krupski and Jimmy Allen bringing you the broadcast tonight.
Great screen set there by Liam Thompson.
Kick out pass, open look, Christian Carter. No good. Liam Thompson trying to battle for position inside. And Liam will pick up the foul, battling against Darren Jones. Second personal against Liam, second team foul against the Bruins.
Yeah, A for effort there, just way too physical at the point of attack. I'll let that one slide off the back.
Steven Garza with the basketball. Season opening down that left side. Carter recovers to get there. Here's Jones working against Vincent. Does draw contact, and TJ is going to be called for the traveling violation. Nice job on defense there by Devin Griffin to hinder TJ's progress.
Emar just gave the ball up in the wrong spot. He should have let him and gave him a chance to run to it. TJ didn't have much of a choice there. Kind of fielded it where he could.
Lead remains at 4.
Going on almost 2 minutes without a bucket from either side here.
Bellevue has missed their last 4 attempts, trying to stay in it with defense. There's going to be a foul against J.J. Montgomery. That'll be the 3rd team foul against Bellevue, so a ways to go till we get to that 7-team foul mark where we start shooting free throws.
Really the first mistake we've seen J.J. make all night, too. He's played a really good, solid game.
shot. That one's short.
Yeah, JJ got his hand on that one. Great block there. Played it patiently and waited for the offense to come to him.
Again, another example of individual effort by the Comets. Bruins more focused on teamwork.
Almost everybody's touched the ball in every possession, as you see back there.
Nice job by Emar Vincent on the assist to the Liam Thompson basket.
Yeah, Darren Jones thought Emar Vincent shoved off, and he may have, but the official just on the backside of the play.
6 rebounds and 3 assists for Emar to go along with 7 points. Short shot up and in. Trey Swayzer converts on that one. 10 points now for Swayzer. Vincent, a little further out of the lane. Now into the lane, tries to cross over. Jones picks his pocket, however. And the Comets head the other way. Here's Swayzer driving to the hoop. Short shot, no good. Battle for the rebound. It's out of bounds. It'll be Bellevue basketball.
Yeah, Swayzer's just had such a good success rate off that dribble. First step, he's so quick down into the lane. Bellevue just doesn't have an answer for that right now.
R.J. Smith back in, replacing Emar Vincent. Breathing heavily, he'll have a quick talk with head coach Lucas Gabriel before he has a seat for a bit.
Yeah, we probably won't see him till at least the under 8 mark. Trying to finish this one out.
Bounce pass to R.J. Smith, 2 points tonight, trying to double it here. Instead, he's going to be called for the traveling violation.
Yeah, that's his second traveling violation. He's really struggled handling the ball in the paint tonight against these quicker, smaller guards and the smaller lineup that the Comets have thrown at him.
Caleb Roberts gives it off to London Williams. Bruins have been in the man-to-man defense all game long. Here's Swayzer, loses the handle. Liam Thompson will get credit for the steal on that one.
Great job by the Bruins there, just letting the zone kind of force the ball outside and go weak side action there.
Bruins back to work on offense. It's been a while since they put some points on the board. Actually, 1 basket in the last 4 minutes or so. Nice entry pass to R.J. Triple team, gets the shot off and in. Liam Thompson on the assist. R.J. Smith on the lunch bucket basket inside.
Yeah, R.J. just kind of leaned back and let the defense foul him on that one. Put one up like that. Pretty good success rate from that range anyway, but get the extra basket to go along with it.
Under 10 minutes, we'll take our media timeout. 9:52 remaining to be exact. The Bellevue Bruins 48, the Mayville State Comets 42.
Really impressed with the turnout tonight. I mean, I anticipated this should be more than half empty. Obviously, a lot of the women's basketball players stuck around for this one and supported the men. And then the Mayville State ladies stick around to support their team as well. But there's pretty heavy focus of parents sticking around as well.
And some of the other student athletes from other sports here as well. Recognize some of the baseball squad, the volleyball squad. I think some of the soccer kids are here too. So Friday night in Bellevue, Nebraska. Come on out and watch the excitement of Bellevue basketball.
Bellevue right now shooting 40% from beyond the arc. They're shooting 8 of 20 from three-point range, a lot because of what TJ Fritz has been able to do. It'll be interesting what they go with philosophy-wise here down the last 10. Try to pound it inside, maybe try to grind this one out.
Got a text message from Bellevue Women's Associate Head Coach Ice. Coach Ice says, be safe leaving the game tonight. Slippery streets and roads. And let's go Bruins, along with Bruin emojis and basketball emojis as well.
Congrats on that big win, Coach Dave Denley. And I apologize, what was the Mayville State women's coach's name? They were standing out there talking, and just it was great to see those two guys after that heated of a game have just such a good conversation, just kind of out there exchanging pleasantries and having a great conversation, talking about the rest of the season.
Ryan Carpenter, the Bellevue or the Mayville State women's coach. R.J. Smith at the free throw line for the 1 free throw. Let's go Bruins from the 701 area code. Shot off the mark. The rebound to London Williams. Bellevue with that 6-point lead.
Bruins has been hovering around that 6-point lead too. They really haven't been able to capitalize. Had a couple chances to get into double digits, just haven't been able to get baskets to fall.
Bruins defense has been up to the task tonight. Mayville State comes into the game averaging 95 points per game. They're at 42 right now with about 9.5 to go. Follow-up is good. Credit the basket to Trey Swayzer after the miss on the initial drive. Lead drops down to 4 once again.
Swayzer's been dynamic, 6 of 10 from the field, 12 points.
Entry pass to Smith, knocked away inside, ball loose on the floor.
Yeah, RJ wasn't expecting that. He kind of turned around, ball ended up in his lap.
London Williams started the play on defense. He'll lead the charge down the floor. He'll get the assist as Trey Swayzer gets another bucket.
Yeah, you need a basket here for Bellevue. Lead cut to 2. Momentum kind of going back to Comet's ways. You need a solid possession here.
TJ Fritz with the basketball, harried by Caleb Roberts, and a foul will be called against Roberts. That'll be the 3rd team foul against the Comets. First personal against Roberts.
The wholesale changes coming here again for the Bruins.
Christian Butler in as well from Mayville. I think that's the first time we've mentioned his name.
I believe so. Wilson and Vincent checking into the game here.
So the Bruins with a couple of tall tower posts down low. Let's see if they can use that height and bulk to their advantage.
And probably a direct spot from Darren Jones not being out of the court. We'll probably see him sooner rather than later.
Mayville switches to kind of a modified defense there. Bounce pass inside to Nigel. Shot clock at 3. Nigel turnaround shot off the side of the rim. No good. The rebound brought down by the Comets.
Kind of surprised to see him go fade there when you have that big of a size advantage.
Maybe a rush shot there. Swayzer gets the rebound and the putback for the basket. We're tied at 48.
Yeah, he's got 14 now, and Bellevue's got to find an answer for him. I don't know if it's Caleb Chang or if it's Chris Carter, but somebody's got to be able to keep him in check.
Emar Vincent with the basketball. Now the leave to Caleb Chang. Nigel Wilson, top of the key. Nigel's going to try to drive, draws the double team. Open look for Caleb Chang, misses the flyby. Here's Deng Zhao from the corner. Deng Zhao knocks it down, the Omaha native. The senior, 6'9", brings the Bruins back to a 3-point lead.
Yeah, both his shots were outside tonight. Both as crisp as the one before it.
Foul called against one of the Bruins on the play, on the drive to the basket. And they say 2 shots upcoming.
I think that might be against Dal Jang. We'll see.
First personal against Deng. Darren Jones. Nope, not Darren Jones. Number 4, London Williams will shoot the free throw.
He's been in the line a lot tonight. He's 5 of 6. Attempted more free throws than anybody else on the floor right now. It's paid off.
First one good. The lead cut to 2.
Dang, Jaw kind of pleading his case. He thought he had the lane there and had his hands straight up and down. I tend to agree with him.
Short on that one, and that's going to be another foul on Deng as he didn't really block out the shooter. That allowed Williams to retrieve the offensive rebound.
Yeah, Deng's going to come out, and TJ Fritz is going to come in for him.
5 team fouls against Bellevue, 3 team fouls against Mayville State as we're at 7:30 to go in this one. Hold on for an exciting finish. Here's Williams working against Wilson. How was that not a travel? Play continues. Here's the drive by White.
A little surprised with how much Emar's playing outside of the paint right now.
And a whistle down below. I think that might go against Emar. Yes, it will. Second personal against Emar. Now 6 team fouls against Bellevue. So Mayville State will be shooting free throws on the next Bruin foul.
Not sure what the call was. I mean, he wasn't really physical. That was a little bit of a weird call, but we'll see how that plays out.
Justin Fisher tries to drive, cut off by the Bruin defense. Into the lane. Again, Emar Vincent presents the obstacle, but this time John White Jr. goes over the top for the basket, and we're tied at 51 all. Under 7 minutes to go.
It's pretty of a kiss on the glass, as you'll see, and much else Emar Vincent could have done about that one. When they've needed a bucket in crunch situations, they've given it to TJ Fritz. We'll see if he's the one taking the shot here.
Mayville State has made 4 of their last 5 baskets. That got them right back into the game. TJ Fritz, the release. TJ knocks down a tray. TJ now has 5 3-pointers on the night. The Bruins back up by 3.
Yeah, Bellevue's leading scorer, just adding more to his repertoire tonight. He's got 17, 5 of 8 from 3. He's got 2 key rebounds. He's also 6 of 9 from the field.
Mayville State requests the timeout with 6:36 to go. The Bruins up by 3. A couple of more texts to get to here real quickly. Let's go, JJ. We're so proud of you. Love you, Nana and Papa from Hayward, California. Thanks, guys, for listening in tonight and all season long. Let's go, Bellevue. Number 3, Willie Williams. We're watching from Antioch, California. Love from Mom.
Yeah, a little surprised that he hasn't played more tonight. He's been a key contributor for this team all season. He's just kind of been out of the matchup realm tonight.
Yeah, Williams averaging over 10 points per game and just, not much of a factor. But he still could be. We have 6.5 minutes to go.
Be interesting to see the lineup that Bellevue chooses to go with here if they switch out after that. Fritz, Vincent, Chang, Williams, or Wilson, excuse me, and Allen line up for the Bruins.
I'm wondering if Willie might be injured because I'm looking across the bench here and doesn't look like he's going to be available for this evening's contest. All right, back to the action. Mayville State trailing by 3. Drives the basket. Nice job by Emar Vincent to swat that one out of the hands. Mayville basketball, 19 seconds on the shot clock.
I know Emar Vincent's a bigger guy, but he totally took a forearm shiver to the chest there.
He's just a solid guy. Nice job by Emar to box out there. And that'll result in the foul against Darren Jones trying to go over the top.
I mean, Christian Butler came in and basically gave him the Heisman Trophy stiff arm at the post. They didn't call the whistle.
4 team fouls now against Mayville as the Bruins bring the ball back up the floor. Lucas Gabriel shouts directions to his team for what play he wants them to run. Allen to Wilson to Chang.
This kind of feels like this is Raphael Allen written all over it.
Nigel lost it momentarily, now gets it back. Shot clock down to 6. Nigel trying to work inside. Baby hook off the glass, no good. Jones pulls down the rebound. And the Comets come the other way. Jones looks like he's suffering no ill effects from that ankle injury as he just sprinted down the floor.
Yeah, that might be the fastest we've seen him move all night.
A nice play, John White Jr. off the glass, and it's a 1-point contest.
I'm a little surprised with how complacent Nigel's been tonight, taking shots away from the basket. He's 6'9", he's right at the rim, but he's taking a couple of mid-range shots that he doesn't normally settle for.
Here's a long-range shot, and he'll take that one. Nigel Wilson knocks it down from behind the arc for his second tray of the night. Bruins lead grows to 4 once again. Head fake on this near side by Williams. He'll give it off. Jones with it against Emar Vincent. Emar again doing a nice job on defense, but the tip inside. Trey Swayzer somehow split the Bruin defenders and got the putback bucket. Under 5 minutes remaining.
Wow, I don't even know how he squeezed in between that space. That was incredibly impressive. He is uber athletic.
Caleb Chang with the basketball. Now Raphael Allen. Vincent comes up for the high post. Allen tries to work out, tries to give and go, but that's covered up by the defense. TJ Fritz, a turnaround shot from behind the free throw line. TJ gets the knockdown bucket.
When he's on, there aren't too many better than him in the entire country. 7 of 10 from the field now. He's got 19.
Drive inside, trying to pass inside to Jones. Somehow avoided the line to give back. Short shot on the miss by Butler inside. A foul called.
Yeah,
and they'll count the basket.
Emar got a hand on that shot by Butler, but just couldn't get it back over Jones and draws the foul.
Thompson, Carter, Smith, and Montgomery back on the floor for the Bruins.
Number 15, Thompson, number 32, Montgomery, number 55, Smith.
Everybody heads to the bench except for TJ Fritz.
Darren Jones at the free throw line. Jones with 13 points tonight. Swayzer, the leading scorer for the Comets so far with 16.
Yeah, and he's really been the difference maker for them in this game. 1-point game here. Every possession is going to count from here on out. You can't rush anything. No hurried shots. Got to make sure you're in the right set and get the look you want.
Bruins running some time. Here's Montgomery trying to work inside. Now to Thompson, looking inside to R.J. Smith. R.J. with a nice job making himself available. And he'll go to the free throw lines as another Comet player goes down on the floor. Maybe a cramp the way he initially grabbed at his leg, and now his teammates are trying to assist him by lifting his leg and pointing his toe. Looks like he's going to be okay because it looks like it is a cramp.
Yeah, I think that's London Williams down on the ground there.
R.J. Smith will be at the free throw line for 2 shots. Smith with 4 points.
He's only attempted 1 free throw tonight. He missed that one. He's got to be better here. This is a key couple of shots here.
Steven Garza will check back into the Mayville State lineup.
The junior from El Dorado Hills, California, coming into this game, shooting 64% from free throw this season.
RJ averaging just over 9 points per game. He's had a couple of big point production games earlier in the season. As Williams continues to get some attention. RJ's season high, 20 points back in November against Ozark Christian. As London Williams works his way back to the bench on the other side of the court.
Still pretty noticeably limping. You hope it's just a cramp. It looks like it is, but.
First free throw by RJ off the mark. Just under 4 minutes remaining in tonight's contest. The opening battle in the North Star Athletic Association 24-25 season. Second attempt is good. Nigel Wilson back in, replacing R.J. Smith. Bruins a little light backcourt pressure. Christian Butler will bring it across the half-court line. Tries to go down the lane. A shot no good. Nigel Wilson extends that arm to grab the rebound in traffic.
Great board. Good job there by JJ too. JJ Montgomery just leading the ball carrier right into the drop coverage.
And again, another example of the individualistic play that the Comets have shown most of the night. You just get the ball, bring it up, take it to the hoop yourself.
It's worked for him at times. Really, anybody outside of Swayzer hasn't had that monicum of success.
Entry pass to Wilson. Back to Liam Thompson. Has it knocked out of his hands by Christian Butler. It'll stay Bellevue basketball.
You got to find a way to get this TJ Fritz on the corner here and just let him shoot it when he catches it.
2 seconds left on the shot clock, but first, head coach Lucas Gabriel calls a timeout. Bellevue will have 1 timeout remaining. 3 timeouts remaining for the Comets as we close this one down. 3:16 remaining. The Bruins up 60-58.
Right now, the Comets have 42 points in the paint compared to Bellevue's 22. Got to find a way to shut off that lane inside the paint whenever Mayville does get this ball back.
Lucas Gabriel talking things over with his team. Associate head coach Nate Geiser. Both of them graduates of Northern Arizona University. They were both lumberjack basketball players back in the day. Assistant coach Aaron Havis comes to the Bruin program. He used to help coach up at Presentation College at Aberdeen, South Dakota. That school closed.
It's been such a gem to have on this staff too. I mean, these players love him. He's the guy that handles the inbounds play, which you're going to see here too. And this is something he's drawing up over there on the sideline. You see him kind of set the board back down here.
Christian Carter, the trigger man.
Yeah, he was looking for Fritz. He couldn't get off his guy.
Tipped away by Swayzer, but it hits the sideline across the way. And now the officials will confer as to whose ball it is. It was tipped initially by Swayzer.
Yeah, it can't be a shot clock violation because the Bruins never touched it.
And they will call it a shot clock violation. So as soon as it was touched by anybody, the shot clock turned back on. So the turnover against the Bruins gives the ball back to Mayville State. They trail by 2. Butler on this near side trying to look inside to Jones. The pass over the top. Christian Carter comes over on the double team, but the pass over to teammate Steven Garza from Jones, and we're tied at 60.
Yeah, another point in the paint for these Comets. Nigel Wilson, Liam Thompson have got to do a better job of shutting down that from 5 feet out.
Here's J.J. Montgomery. Liam Thompson to Nigel Wilson. Those two Arizona guys. Nigel with the hook going down the right side baseline.
Great answer there. Just the 24th point in the paint for the Bruins tonight.
Nigel with 6 points and 2 rebounds for the Bruins cause. Into the hands of White to this near side. And that's going to be another step on the baseline. I think that's the 3rd time we've called that tonight against the Comets.
I don't know if John White Jr. has any interest in playing baseball, but if the Comets need a right-hander, man, that was a fastball in there quick into the pocket.
Bruins trying to put more points on the board to extend their 2-point lead. Carter works down to the right side, bounce pass inside to Nigel Wilson to Liam Thompson. A great pick by Fritz down low, freed up Liam, and Nigel found him with the pass. Bellevue back up by 4 as we hit the 2-minute mark. Crossover dribble by Garza. Nice pass inside. Steven Garza finds a way to make himself available.
Almost the exact same play on the opposite side of the court there.
2-point lead for the Bruins. Wilson at the high post. Now TJ Fritz. TJ working off of Nigel. That's going to be a foul called. And it's going to go against Trey Swayzer. Nigel Wilson took one in the chops. That's just a 6th team foul. So no free throws here, but from here on in, both teams will be shooting free throws in the 1-and-1 situation. Bellevue with 17 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Christian Carter trying to work his way in traffic. Kick out to Nigel. Bruins reset. Montgomery, top of the key, trying to work off. Cut off on the left side. Nigel Wilson, he's made a couple of trays tonight. He's made another one. Nigel Wilson, his 3rd tray of the night.
Yeah, he's 3 of 5 from 3, but 4 of 10 from the field. He usually makes his hay down the paint, but he's doing it from outside tonight.
Nigel Wilson now with 11 points. Bruins with 3 double-digit scores on the evening. Bruins up by 5, nearing the 1-minute mark. Nice pass inside to Jones. A little wrist flip up and in. Darren Jones with 16 points for the Comets. 1 minute exactly.
1 possession game here. You got to be smart with the basketball.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah. Appreciate that struggled with me tonight. Apparently did not bring enough cough drops this evening.
Here's Montgomery now. Carter again, bounce pass into Nigel. He's had the hot hand for the Bruins here as of late. Bruins will run the clock down. Now it's 7 seconds on the shot clock. Wilson, another 3-point attempt. That one's no good. Liam Thompson keeps it alive inside to J.J. Montgomery. And the Bruins will click some more time down, but first a foul. That'll go against John White. Free throws upcoming for the Bruins in the 1-and-1. 29 seconds remaining. Bruins up by 3. Here's Christian Carter to the line.
Chris Carter on the season, 70% free throw shooter. He's the guy at the line that you want there if you're the Bruins.
Front end of the 1-and-1 is good. Now a 2-possession game.
Huge.
Raphael Allen checks back into the game for the Bruins. Another big free throw here. Every point precious in this final 29 seconds. And Christian hits them both. For Carter, 6 points on the night to go along with 3 rebounds. And a timeout called across the way by head coach Brandon Magruder. He'll talk things over with his team. He'll have 2 timeouts remaining should he need them. Bellevue head coach Lucas Gabriel has 1 in his pocket. 26 seconds to go. The Bruins up by 5.
I mean, you got to assume this one's going to go inside out. You're going to get one of your smaller guards into the paint, try to make something happen quickly to the rim. That's where they've had success all season. You don't need all night. Excuse me. You don't need a 3 here. You can play for the 3 on the next possession if you're able to get a stop.
Bellevue with 19 assists on 26 made baskets. Mayville State also with 26 baskets, but only 9 assists. So again, different styles of play. They both can be effective. That's kind of the signature of who and what they are.
Bellevue with 15 turnovers tonight. Mayville State with 13. The difference is the Bruins have been able to get 19 points off turnovers tonight. That's a huge, huge difference in this game.
Bruins shooting 52% from the floor, 44% for Mayville State. At the conclusion of tonight's game, don't go away. We'll have an interview with head coach Lucas Gabriel and one of the Bellevue players, so be sure to stick around for that.
The difference for the Comets so far is offensive rebound, 21 points off second chance points. That has been huge for them. They've been able to capitalize despite the clear advantage in size for the Bruins tonight.
All right, here we go. Inbounds play for the Comets from the sideline.
Swayzer inbounds here, but I expect him to be the one to kind of get the shot. He's calling for it.
Christian Butler into the lane. Fadeaway jump shot, no good. Battle for the rebound on the floor. Garza gets it back to Butler. He's double teamed, tries to get the left-handed shot. It's up and in. So some quality minutes for Christian Butler coming in. He's only been on the floor for 8 minutes, but he puts in a couple of baskets here. And now a three-point lead once again with 11 seconds. Expect Mayville State to try for the steal. If they don't get the steal, then the quick foul to put a Bruin on the free throw line.
Yeah, you got to get this Christian Carter and TJ Fritz. Both of them shoot north of 70%. They're the only ones that should be touching this ball. Issue if you're a Bellevue fan, Raphael Allen just limped over to the huddle over there. He's not going to come out of this huddle. He was the last one into it, but noticeably limping on his right leg. That's not great. He's been a key component for this team all season. He's one of your starters.
Not great for tonight or great for tomorrow afternoon as the Bruins play host to Valley City State in their second conference battle of the season.
Fourth leading scorer on this team, a key contributor, played a ton of minutes tonight. He's got 21 minutes in this game. He's got 5 points and 7 very key rebounds. Does not look like he's going to be available for this last couple, maybe 1-2 possessions.
All right, it's going to come down to these final 11.4 seconds. Comets back out on the floor. Bruins back out onto the floor. Christian Carter to trigger it in. Guarded there by Trey Swayzer. He's going to do everything he can to try to deflect the inbounds pass, but first a little towel duty across the way. Some spilt water bottles.
It'll be interesting to see how TJ Fritz plays this. Does he run back to the inbounds player? Or does he try to run away from him to get a lob pass over the middle and get past the timeline and on the other side of the court?
After the made basket, Carter can run up and down the baseline here. He doesn't have to stand in the way if he wants to throw a long baseball-type pass down the full court. Bounce pass inside to Montgomery, and he's immediately fouled from behind by Christian Butler. So 1-and-1 situation as that's the 8th team foul against Mayville State. Big free throws coming up for JJ.
Yeah, big spot here for the junior from Hayward, California. He shoots 66.7% from the free throw stripe this year.
Bruins up by 3. A chance for a a 2-possession lead. It's off the mark. Jones with the rebound. 8 seconds, 7 seconds ahead to Swayzer. His shot is good. A 1-point game with 5.1 seconds remaining. A timeout called by Brandon Magruder. So the Bruins still have to handle the basketball and or make a free throw.
Yeah, and you've got to find a way. Maybe have J.J. Montgomery inbounds this. You got to find a way to get this in the hands of Christian Carter or T.J. Fritz here. They're your two best free throw shooters. I understand that J.J.'s been really good for you this season. This is crunch time. You need your leaders with the ball in their hands here.
Liam Thompson, actually the Bruin, the best free throw shooter on the team, 87%. T.J. Fritz right behind him at 86%. And Christian Carter, as you mentioned earlier, 70+% from the line as well. So it's coming down to the final couple of ticks on the clock. Possibly even an overtime game. Hey, what the heck?
Why not? It's cold outside. We ain't got anywhere to go.
It's warmer in here than it is outside. That's an understatement.
That's true, and it's not snowing ice in here either.
Hopefully most of the ice storm has gone north of the area so that road crews can have a chance to put down the salt and chemicals to help.
Looks like Carter's going to inbounds again here.
Carter, Montgomery, Fritz, Thompson, and Wilson. The 5 Bruins on the floor. Again, Swayzer trying to get in the face of Christian Carter. Knocked out of bounds. About 9/10 of a second off the clock with that one. Again, Fritz and Montgomery, the two guys in the backcourt, most likely to get the pass.
I'm really surprised they're not having Nigel or Liam inbounds this with our height advantage.
And here, Christian now cannot move his pivot foot on the entry pass. Bruins have one timeout remaining, and they will use it right there. So now Bellevue is out of timeouts. They can't use that to try to salvage an inbound play. They'll talk it over once again with the coaching staff of what they want to do.
And now that timeout's burned, if you're Christian Carter, you got to be aware of the situation. You don't have a timeout. If you get stuck inside of that 5 seconds, you got to be able to throw it off the defense and hope it goes out of bounds and reset the play.
Yeah, if you can't be the inbounds close and, try to throw it long, as soon as the ball touches somebody's hand, the clock will begin.
It'll be interesting to see what the situation is here. You brought TJ Fritz closer to the inbounds on the last play and ran JJ away from it. If JJ Montgomery is able to use his speed, get away, get a lob pass, maybe run some more time off, sure, but you got to be very careful with that pass.
Thanks once again to all the friends who sent along their text messages this evening. We'll be right back at it here tomorrow afternoon, 3 o'clock for the women's contest, 5 o'clock for the men's contest as the Bruins host Valley City State out of Valley City, North Dakota. That'll be Valley City's first conference game of the year. Both these teams obviously want to go 1-0 in this opener tonight. Again, Carter cannot run the baseline here.
Yeah, Bellevue running a compact set here for that reason. They're trying to clear some space with Wilson and Thompson up front.
All 4 players lined up on that side. Here comes the entry pass to Nigel Wilson. Nigel has a hand on it, kept alive inside, and it's going to be a buzzer-beating basket inside by Trey Swayzer as the Bruins have that entry pass picked off by John White.
And who else would it have been for the Comets tonight? He's been absolutely everywhere. 20 points for Trey Swayzer, and just doing just that, slicing to the basket, getting through the paint. It's what he's been able to do all night.
The Bruins' 16th turnover of the night leads to the final attempt for the Comets, and they take advantage with less than a second on the clock. Trey Swayzer with his basket, his 20th point of the night.
Lucas Gabriel beside himself walking into the locker room. He cannot believe that just happened.
Bruins had 3 chances to inbounds the pass with 5 seconds left in the game. The first one got tipped out of bounds. The second time they were forced to call a timeout. And on the third one, Mayville State makes the defensive play to win it. With a victory, Mayville State now 9-3, 1-0 in the North Star Athletic Association. With the loss, the Bellevue Bruins are 6-5 overall and 0-1 in conference play. A heartbreaking loss for the Bruins after they did things pretty well for most of the game.
They did enough to win this game tonight. And that's kind of been the story of the season. They went down to Columbia, Missouri in an overtime game. Definitely should have won that game to Columbia. They were in it against Briar Cliff and kind of let that one slip away in the last couple seconds. And then tonight, a heartbeat away from overtime. And definitely with the lead and the ball in your hands, that should never happen. It'll be interesting to see how they revise that inbound situation, maybe address that later in the season.
Some final stats on tonight's contest. 52% shooting for the Bruins to 46 for Mayville State. The Bruins made 12 three-pointers to 0 for Mayville State as most of their focus was driving to the hoop. Bellevue 5 of 11 from the free throw line. That played a piece in the loss as well. And 12 of 14 good free throw shooting for Mayville State as they come away with a 1-point victory. 16 turnovers against Bellevue to 13 for Mayville State.
Yeah, the Bruins trying to get it into TJ Fritz there in that last set makes sense. 19 points in the night. He's been able to do it at the rim from beyond the arc. He was kind of all over the place and dynamic tonight for the Bruins. It's just unfortunate that situation's happened, but hats off to these Comets to be that situationally aware and understand what to do with the basketball.
Trey Swayzer with the winning basket. He also led his team with 20 points on the night. 10 of 14 shooting from the floor for Swayzer. He was the difference maker. Darren Jones with 16. J.J. White with 14. London Williams with 8. Steven Garza had 6. Justin Fisher with 4. And 2 from Christian Butler. For the Bellevue Bruins, T.J. Fritz, the high scorer with 19, including 5 from three-point land. Nigel Wilson finishes with 11. Liam Thompson with 10. Emar Vincent had 7. Christian Carter and Deng Jal 6 points apiece. Raphael Allen and R.J. Smith with 5 points apiece. So disappointing loss for the Bruins here on the home court to start the regular season.
Yeah, they're kind of probably going to burn this tape and never talk about this game ever again after that inning. But the one plus, well, there's a lot of plus to take away from this, but the biggest plus for me is the fact that Emar Vincent gave you as many minutes as he did tonight. He was as mobile as he was tonight and looked at as best as we've seen him since the North Star Athletic Championship game a year ago.
Liam Thompson with 10 points, too. He's usually been kind of an alternate type of scorer, not looking to score very much, but over the last couple of games, he's been more of a focus of taking the ball to the basket or getting those inside looks for shots. That's another positive contribution. Nigel Wilson with another double-digit effort by him in the post position. So it's
but I mean, he still had 3 3-point shots too. So I mean, he got it done down low. But I mean, like when they look back at the stat sheet for this game, they're going to try to figure out how they lost this game because it was definitely Bellevue's to win. They had 3 chances to close it out, and unfortunately, tip pass goes the wrong way, and that's basketball, folks.
Yep, that they made the play at the end. The Bruins could have had a more solid lead if they would have made some free throws during the course of the game, but the Bruins only 45% from the line.
Yeah,
to
5 of 11. So not only did they not make a lot, they didn't really take advantage of getting the line as often either. When you look at 14 free throws for Mayville State, and they hit 12 of them. So when you get those free shots, they call it a charity stripe for a reason. You got to take advantage of those free throws.
Looking to see if head coach Lucas Gabriel's going to make his way up. Sometimes after these tough losses, it's hard to make the trek up here, so we'll give him another minute or so. If not, we understand, and we'll try to talk to Coach Gabriel at tomorrow's contest. Again, we want to remind you we'll be back on the air tomorrow, 3 o'clock tip-off for the Bellevue women as they host Valley City State Vikings. The Bellevue men in action tomorrow at 5 o'clock, also against Valley City. As the Bruins women celebrate a victory, the Bruins men a tough loss in the conference season openers.
The one thing you can't do if you're Bellevue after this loss is you can't let them beat you twice. You can't lose that game tomorrow because of the way this game ended. I'm sure the conversation being had in that locker room right now isn't the most friendly, nor should it be the way that ended. But you got to find a way to kind of put this one behind you, sweep it under the rug, and get after it tomorrow.
All right, I think we might put a wrap on this one tonight as we've run out of things to talk about, and instead of repeating ourselves over and over again, we'll wrap it up right here.
You want to talk about the weather a little bit more?
Yeah, oh, yeah. So, again, if you're listening in and you have to travel in the Omaha-Bellevue area, be safe, be slow, be careful, and be back again tomorrow afternoon for more Bellevue basketball. Thanks again to Jimmy Allen for his color commentary on both ends today. We'll have John Schreiner with us tomorrow, so looking forward to John, and thanks again to Jimmy.
ESPN Plus and FS1's John Schreiner.
All right. Big time stuff. Thanks again to Logan Grant working behind the scenes for his work once again. Hey, Logan got a haircut.
Did you lose a bet? No.
All right, Mick Krupski signing off for tonight. Come on back tomorrow for more basketball on the Bellevue Bruins Sports Network. Good night.